YouTube, Ian Real, right back at you with another episode of What to Do with a Dollar. This episode is accounts that lead to credit in the value of the market. We'll be right back after this promo.
What to Do with a Dollar, EM Real.
All right, Ian Real, right back at you. Happy Saturday. Listen, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share, give your comments. Let's get to it. Today's episode again is accounts that lead to credit in the market value. Let's continue. All right, last episode, we talked about strict accounts that led to the starting of a business and the building of the first home for EM Real. Now we're going to show you how that turns into the increasing of the market value. All right, so now before we get into that, let's take some myths, look at them, and weigh them. All right, so we talked about the disciplined spending. We talked about the value of partnership. We talked about the value of banking. Now, if you desire to be an entrepreneur is someone who simply manages, strategizes an enterprise. In this case, your home, until you get better so you can start your business. But what we talked about was a financial statement that sets you on a journey to now go big, go bigger with businesses. So now think about this real quickly. The gaming houses in the gambling, they do a financial statement. 2, 3, 4 times a night because they have so much money coming in. They gotta recognize that. They gotta understand that. They gotta be able to keep account of what's going on. So now in your business, what we want to do is just keep your self-worth. What is your self-worth? Now, here's the key. Listen to me on this. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Follow that. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Yes, working hourly earns you a wage, but profits earn you a fortune. Let's consider. Now, value and worth is what we're talking about. Let's go to the hourly wage. Some people say that you get paid $15 an hour. Now, I want to let's counter that, or I don't necessarily agree. And here's how I believe it should be said: you bring $15 to a value to the hour. You follow? Because here's another myth that we want to debunk: time equals money. That's not true. Think about it. See, you can get more money, but you can't get more time. You spend $10, $15, you can go in your regular job when you get paid, or your side hustle when you get paid. You can gather the $10 or $15 back. But time, once you spend 8, 10, 12 minutes with some random guy on YouTube, that's time spent. So you got to be careful and have value in how you spend your time, because time and money are not the same. Key. Now, let's look at this. Value, credit, marketplace, continue. See, in the spiritual world, your bond is your word. In the financial world, your bond is your credit. Now, I'm going to show you how you can bring value to the marketplace and raise the possibility of having more credit down the line. Here's how I'm saying it. Now, that house that I talked about in the last episode that we built. Now, consider this. After saving that money of $60,000, we built a house at 30, it was 1,300 square feet. So 60,000 divided by 1,300, it was actually $46 per square foot. Here's a property that we bought for $900, but now we actually built a property for $60,000. That means now we got a square footage price tag on it. We built it for 60, but we sold it for 80. Now, just look at your numbers. When we first built it, $46 a square foot. We sold it for 80. When I say we, see, I had built a partnership. Now, here's key. Here's key. I owned the land. I had a partner work with me to build the first house for 60. We sold it for 80. A $20,000 come up. Now, we sold it. I sold the house to my business partner. Think about that. All right. That's one house. Then my business partner and I, we worked together again. A year or two later, we built the second house. That's number two in the same area. Now we spent $65,000 on this one for the same 1,300 square foot house in that same area. We built it again, but this time, listen, my business partner owned the land. That person sold it to me. Two houses, same marketplace. Now, 65,000 divided by 1,300, it's now $50 a square foot. What? We mean to tell me we raised the value of the marketplace? Now, as I wrap this portion up, we built one house. I sold it to my business partner. We built two houses. Again, the second house. Then my business partner sold it to me. We raised the value. So after spending 60, 65, the houses were $80,000. We took a property that was only $900 and we raised the value. Now, in this episode, I'm talking about the market value being raised because of the accounting that you took place prior to. After I was sold the house of $80,000. I actually lived in the house for about 3 months. And after 3 months, I sold the house again. Same house, same marketplace. Now that 1,300 square foot house, then I sold it for $100,000. The marketplace now said for that same house, 1,300 square feet, for $100,000. Now it went the marketplace, the market value, it went over $75 per square foot. Key. How do you take strict accounts, right, and turn it into credit, into a market value increase? I'm Ian Real. We're continually to show you how we built a marketplace because the house, when we sold it, we used our own comp to increase the marketplace. I'm Ian Real. Hopefully you got that. Hopefully you got that. It's been real. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. What to do with $1. Ian Real. And this portion was accounts that lead to credit in the marketplace. My next episode is going to be accounts that lead to marketplace value and credit with the bank. I'm Ian Real. Till next time, deuces.
What to do with a dollar? EM Real.